So we're in 15.2. Throw this. So once again, we're looking at very easy to determine the slope of a line. What we want to start determining is what is the direction or the slope of any curve at a certain point. So what would the slope of the tangent line be? Barring accurate drawings, correct? Not scale. How do we calculate the slope of that line? That's called the derivative. Slope. Hopefully that's already in the brains. The formal definition, basically what we have to do is we have some value that's really close. This is x, right? We're going to go some value h that's really close to x. And basically what we want to do is make h 0 so that it's actually on the x, right? So we're going to take a limit, and the h's are going to go to 0 so that we get the slope of the line at that point. Okay. So we're closing in with a secant slope, right? Because we could do 2 points to the secant line. We want to make that go to 0 so that we get the tangent line. So the formal definition here is slope calculation, basically. So you have the y's, right, function values, which creates 1 point, 2 points in x plus h and x, and then the h value is going to 0. Those are basically our x values. If I wanted to, I could write it x plus h minus x, so on the bottom, and make it a true slope formula, right? But what is x minus x? It's 0. So we just write an h for cleanliness, really. So it is a slope formula with a limit in front of it. All right. We just write that bottom out as h. So let me show you how to use this. If you can plug everything in, it's basically an algebra problem. Okay. So let's do one that's pretty straightforward. These problems do get a little bit wordy just because they're so specific when you have to ask. So calculate the slope of the tangent line to the graph of of x equals x squared at x equals, take your pick. Yeah. So here's, you have to have this memorized in calculus, the definition. So I encourage my calc kids, every time you do a problem, just write the definition out. And you will do it so many times, you will have it memorized. So I just, every time, write it out without any information, just the general definition. You're good to go. All right, so let's, what is f of x plus h? We're gonna plug x plus h in. So it is x plus h squared. Right? It's just like putting 3 in here, you plug it in. Minus, what's f of x? X squared, and then h. Okay. So what's our first thing for limits? Plug and shove, what do we get? I plug 0 in for h. The top gives me x squared minus x squared, and the bottom gives me bummer, right? So we could do some algebra here. Okay. Boil this out. So, and again, you're going to be tempted to drop that limit in the front. Please don't, because sometimes it gets lost. We're just preventing mistakes here. So we have x squared plus 2xh. Oh, that's up here. Are you good with boiling that out? Okay, good. Now what cancels on the top? Okay, I'll answer the question, right? So now what's left? Can I factor an h out? Good. And now I can cancel, right? And plug 0 in, and I get 2x. Right? So this is now at x equals 3. Slope is 2 times 3, which is 6. Boom, yeah. This is a big algebra problem with our limit in there. Most of the time, you're gonna cancel these h's out somehow. It's gonna fall out for you. There's some pretty nasty ones that don't work. Sine and cosine, for example. So we have to revert to other methods, but so we draw a simple sketch here. Slope is 6. could, now this is not in, I don't think this is in your homework. What's the equation of this line? What's the y value? All right, so y minus 9 equals. Okay, so not very much more, just write the equation of that line. If I'm scoring a free response for calculus here, you just earn 1 point for this. You earn a point for the answer here, and you earn a point for the equation. Okay. So we're already getting ready for that. The nice thing, like people will tell you the calc exam is the hardest one. I disagree. I think chemistry's harder, honestly, but that's just being a math guy. The calculus test is probably the most predictable test there is for AP. So basically, there are only like 10 free responses they can give you. They choose 6 a year. We're gonna basically next year, I'll just train you on all 10 of those and then you're ready for it. Okay. So, you want me to show you a harder problem with this? I see some head shakes. So if you think you're okay, let me write the homework down for you. I'll do another example for those of you that want another one. So that's all the problems I'm giving you for non-spiraling, and then we do the spiraling, because some of them do get kind of long. Yeah. I'm not with the mouse, actually. It used to be really good. I could smoke people with a railgun, but not anymore. 61 is in degrees, minutes, seconds. There's your decimal point.
I know how to do that. I just never used it. Oh, yeah.
On what?
Everything.
Number 61, but I've never done that.
All right, I'll help you very much. Okay, so I'll show you another example if you need it. Otherwise, you can go math. Let's do
30 seconds. Put a bunch of gas on it, like battery on. I don't know if okay.
It's gonna have a little bit more.
Battery
So, work as showing some people examples. So we're gonna find the slope of the tangent line to that equation. That is. Again. There's a definition. So f of x plus h, we're plugging x plus h into each x value. F of x is the equation. See how long we can get, right? And thankfully, we don't have to use this much more than it's, there's actually shortcuts. Cut up. Right here. So foil, you need me to show that? Right, so x squared is 2xh plus h squared. Don't forget to take the negative here with this. That's a mistake some people make. So it's minus 4x minus 4h plus 2. And then here we have to take the negative into each of these terms as well. Okay? So minus x squared plus 4x minus 2. And ouch. Right. But here's what's nice about these a lot of times. X squared minus x squared is 0. Negative 4x plus 4x is 0. And 2 minus 2 is 0. Right? So we end up with 2xh plus h squared minus 4h. Factor plug.
If I was forced to vote, I would have done that. Yeah, you have to do this.
So there. And we get 2x. So add x equals 0.
Here's my voice.
That should do it. It's some algebra practice really and limits. So let me know if you have any questions. Good? Already? 61?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I will help you with it.
Okay, well then, let's just do it later.
Oh, come on, man.